Hey everyone, so today we're going to talk about a tool you probably already know, DigiLocker. But we're going to look at it in a way I bet you've never thought about before, not just as a convenience, but as an absolutely critical lifeline when a crisis hits. So let me ask you something that really gets to the heart of this. Imagine the worst happens, a flood, a fire, you name it. What's the very first thing you have to do to even begin putting your life back together? Now, you're probably thinking shelter or food. And yeah, of course, those are vital. But the very first official step, the one that unlocks everything else, it's just proving who you are. Seriously. Without that, you can't get any of the help you desperately need. And that leads us straight into this huge problem, what I call the crisis after the crisis. It's that moment you realize all your important papers, your entire life on paper, has been washed away or literally burned to ash. Okay, this is where everything can just grind to a halt. Think about it. You need to apply for government aid, you need to file an insurance claim, but the very documents you need to prove who you are and what you own, they're just gone. And this sets off this awful chain reaction. It's a total gridlock. You go to apply for aid, nope, blocked, no proof of identity. Try to file an insurance claim, sorry, delayed, no policy documents. Your bank account, frozen, they can't verify it's you. And rebuilding your home, forget about it, stalled, because you can't prove you own it. You're completely stuck. But what if there was a way to just break right through that gridlock? Instantly. A way to prove who you are and what you own with just your phone, even if every single piece of paper you owned is gone forever. And that, my friends, is where DigiLocker comes in. It's so much more than just a place to store files. It is a government-authorized digital wallet. It holds verified, legit, tamper-proof versions of your most important documents. Your ID, your property deeds, your insurance papers, all of it, accessible securely, anytime, anywhere. And this is really the heart of it all. This isn't just about making life easier, it's about continuity. It means that when a disaster completely wipes out your physical world, your digital identity, your official self stays totally intact. It gives you a solid foundation to start rebuilding from. Okay, so what does this actually look like in the real world? How does this one tool fundamentally speed up the whole recovery process? Not just for one person, but for an entire community. Let's break it down. I mean, the difference at that very first step is just night and day. The old way, trying to prove who you are without any papers, can take weeks of bureaucratic nightmares. With DigiLocker, a relief agency can verify you instantly, remotely. That bottleneck is just gone. And that speed means getting real help to real people so much faster. You know, normally, aid and insurance claims are slow and, frankly, they're really vulnerable to fraud. But with these tamper-proof digital documents, claims get processed way faster, and the money actually gets to the right people securely. And the benefit here isn't just personal. It scales up, big time. At a community level, relief efforts often get totally bogged down just trying to figure out who actually needs the help. But with DigiLocker, local authorities can work from pre-verified lists to coordinate everything efficiently. No guesswork. And what all this really adds up to is getting life back to normal way, way faster. Just think about it. Kids can get back to school because their records are safe. You have uninterrupted access to your own money. Rebuilding can start sooner because ownership is easy to prove. It even helps displaced people by cutting out all those horrible trips to government offices just to get verified. So let's just zoom out for a second and look at the really big picture here. Because this isn't just about recovering from the last disaster. It's about fundamentally changing how we prepare for the next one. So if there's one key takeaway, it's this. We have to reframe how we think about a tool like DigiLocker. It's not just another app on your phone. It's a foundational piece of our infrastructure. It's a public good that makes the entire community stronger and more resilient. What you're really doing is building a system that's just better prepared from the ground up. When you have this dependable digital record, you automatically reduce fraud. You empower faster, more accurate relief. And you give your entire community the ability to bounce back so much faster. Because that first critical hurdle, proving who you are, is already solved. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The technology to prevent this crisis after the crisis already exists. It's right here. It's an incredibly powerful tool for building a safer future for all of us. The only question left is, are we actually using it to its full potential?